From Novak Djokovic to Frances Tiafoe, a look at 5 notable players missing Paris Masters. The 2025 Paris Masters will feature several top players, but notable absences include Novak Djokovic, Jack Draper, and Frances Tiafoe, among others. The ATP Masters 1000 hard court tournament is scheduled to take place from October 27 to November 2, 2025. The matches of the tournament will be played at the indoor hard courts of the La Défense Arena in Paris. Players competing in the tournament include defending champion Alexander Zverev, Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, Taylor Fritz, Daniil Medvedev, Ben Shelton, Alex de Minaur, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Casper Ruud, and Lorenzo Musetti, among others. Which players are missing at the 2025 Paris Masters in addition to Novak Djokovic and Frances Tiafoe? Since the Paris Masters takes place toward the end of the tennis season, many players often choose to opt out of the tournament due to fatigue, injury, or the decision to end their season prematurely. This year, players such as Djokovic, Draper, Tiafoe, Tommy Paul, and Stefanos Tsitsipas have all withdrawn from the ATP Masters 1000 hardcourt tournament for various reasons. Let's take a closer look at the reasons behind the withdrawals from the 2025 Paris Masters. Point 1. Novak Djokovic. Djokovic last competed during the Asian swing of the tour at the 2025 Shanghai Masters. He reached the semi-finals of the tournament, and there he was defeated by the eventual champion, qualifier Valentin Vacherat. After his campaign in Shanghai, Djokovic participated in an exhibition tournament, the 2025 Six Kings Slam. During the third-place match against Taylor Fritz, he retired due to a left leg injury. Following the exhibition event, Djokovic announced that he would not compete in the Paris Masters this year, a tournament he has won a record 7 times. Dear Paris, unfortunately, I'll not compete at this year's at Rolex P Masters. I have amazing memories and great success over the years, especially being able to conquer the title 7 times. Hope to see you next year. Merci. Folded hands, medium light skin tone. Djokovic posted on X. Djokovic's most recent appearance at the ATP Masters 1000 hard court tournament was in 2023, where he triumphed over Tomas Martin Etcheverry, Talon Griekspoor, Holger Rune, and Andrei Rublev before ultimately defeating Grigor Dimitrov in the final to claim the title. 2. Frances Tiafoe. Like Djokovic, Tiafoe last competed at the 2025 Shanghai Masters, where he began his campaign in the second round after receiving a first-round bye. He faced qualifier Yannick Hampman in his opening match and lost with a scoreline of 7-6, 9, 2-6, 1-6. After his campaign in Shanghai, Tiafoe took to social media to announce that he had ended his season early. The former world number 10 also stated that he had parted ways with his entire team and coaching staff and would start afresh during the 2026 season. 2025 season has come to an end early this year for the kid. It wasn't the season I hoped for, but lots of lessons learned on and off court, Tiafoe shared. I've decided it's time for a change. I truly appreciate the love, energy, passion, and brotherhood. It's been a great ride and only bigger and better things for all of us ahead. Tiafoe last competed at the Paris Masters in 2024. He was seeded 14th at the tournament and lost in the first round to wild card Giovanni Pesce-Pericard with a scoreline of 7-6, 5, 6-7, 4, 3-6. 3. Stefanos Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas's last competition on the ATP Tour was the 2025 US Open, where he defeated Alexander Muller in the first round before falling in the second round to Daniel Altmaier. The Greek next was scheduled to compete in the 2025 Shanghai Masters and the Vienna Open but withdrew from both tournaments, citing a leg injury and a back injury, respectively. Ahead of the 2025 Paris Masters, Tsitsipas announced on social media that he was withdrawing from the tournament and ending his season early to focus on recovery and healing in preparation for a strong comeback in 2026. Unfortunately, I'll be withdrawing from the Rolex Paris Masters this year. I've always enjoyed competing there and truly appreciate the great support from the Parisian and French fans over the years. My focus now is on recovery and healing, so I can come back stronger for the 2026 season, Tsitsipas posted on social media. Last year, at the Paris Masters, Tsitsipas defeated Roberto Carbal's Baena, Alejandro Tabilo, and Francisco Cerundolo in the first 3 rounds, respectively, before falling to the eventual champion, Alexander Zverev, in the quarterfinals. 4. Jack Draper. Draper's second half of the tennis season was plagued by injuries. After sustaining a left arm injury during the 2025 Wimbledon Championships, the Brit missed all the tournaments on the North American hard court swing, except for the 2025 US Open. At the New York Major, he participated in the singles and mixed doubles events. In the mixed doubles, he partnered with Jessica Pegula, and they reached the semi-finals before losing to the eventual runner-up pair of Iga Swiatek and Casper Ruud. In the singles event, Draper defeated qualifier Federico Agustin Gomez in the first round, and then withdrew from the Grand Slam ahead of his second-round match against Zizou Bergs due to the arm injury. This injury also sidelined him for the rest of the season, including the 2025 Paris Masters. Last year, at the ATP Masters 1000 hard court tournament in Paris, Draper won his matches against Jiri Lehecka and Taylor Fritz before losing to Alex de Minaur in the third round. 5. Tommy Paul. Like Draper, Paul faced a series of injuries during the second half of his 2025 tennis season. After the 2025 Wimbledon Championships, the American missed several tournaments on the North American hard court swing, participating in only 2, the 2025 Cincinnati Open and the US Open. At the ATP Masters 1000 tournament in Cincinnati, Paul won his opening match against Pedro Martinez before losing in the third round to Adrian Mannarino. At the New York Major, he defeated Elmer Mahler and Nuno Borges in the first 2 rounds, respectively, before being eliminated in the third round by Alexander Bublik. After the US Open, Paul was scheduled to compete in the 2025 Shanghai Masters, the Laver Cup, and the Stockholm Open. However, he withdrew from all these tournaments due to injury. His final withdrawal of the season was from the Paris Masters. Last year, at the Paris Masters, Paul lost in the first round to wild card Adrian Mannarino with a scoreline of 3-6, 5-7.